Definitely think that you might be missing something if you don't use social media, but if you're not doing it well, it doesn't really matter.
Welcome to Thrive by Design, the podcast for ambitious, independent jewelry brands looking to profit from their products. Get ready to make more and sell more doing what you love without spending every single waking minute doing it. Hey, and if you're a creative, fashion, or product-based business, I want to welcome you to the show. I'll be dropping big tips on launching, growing, and scaling your business so you can spend more of your precious time using your creativity to make money. You ready? All right, let's do this.
Welcome to this Tuesday's tip episode of Thrive by Design, episode 389. Hey, it's Tracy here, and I'm excited to bring in a question about social media today that came up in our boot camp. So I'm repurposing some of the Q&As because I think they're super valuable, and I think a lot of people have asked this question, like, do I really need social media to grow a successful jewelry business? Well, the answer is no, but also the answer is yes. And so we're going to dig into some of the reasons why. And the bigger question is, like, how do I do it without getting sucked into the algorithm, which is more of a time management issue, which we're going to talk about. So the voices you're going to hear on this Tuesday tip episode are me and Chelsea Farmer, our client success concierge, and we're going to be chatting a little bit more about social media. Before I dive in, I want to just offer this up. I know a lot of people after this boot camp have been wondering how we can help over at Flourish and Thrive. Maybe you didn't think laying the foundation was the right program for you. Maybe your business is at a little bit of a more advanced stage, but you do want help with your business. You want coaching, you want support, you want to grow your online sales, you want to build a multi-omni-channel business that is doing multiple hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. That's you, and you're wondering how we can serve you and support you. Then I would love to invite you to apply for a discovery call. On that call, we're just going to take a look at your business, take a look at your goals, what you're trying to create in your business. We're going to look at any challenges or roadblocks that you're experiencing that are preventing you from getting there. And if it seems like one of our programs can support you, then we'll share how we can help you inside that program. So if that sounds good and you'd like some support, head on over to flourishthriveacademy.com/discovery call and let us support you today. All right, so let's dive in to today's episode. Someone's asking, is there a way to grow a business without social media? If not, suggestions on how to get sucked into the algorithm and aimlessly scroll. Well, okay. So yes, you can grow a business without social media. I do think you're probably missing an opportunity, but it really depends on who your target demographic is and your dream client. So if they're older, a lot of the older people, meaning like, but this is not always true, but like 65, 70, like that kind of age bracket, like more boomer bracket, they are on Facebook. Some of them are on Instagram, but I feel like most of the people I know that are on those platforms are more active on Facebook and lurkers on Instagram. They're like sort of stalking their grandkids and stuff like that as like shoppers. They're not as much posters on Instagram, at least in my family, unless they have a business. Like I would say Estelle is really great at her Instagram. She's in, I don't know, I don't want to guess her age, but she's a little bit older. And there are some of our other people who are using Instagram as a tool. So I definitely think that you might be missing something if you don't use social media, but if you're not doing it well, it doesn't really matter. So what I would say is it really depends on what your business goals are. Do you want to be in person with people and meet people like face to face? Or are you trying to build an online business? I do think social is more important for online as part of as a fraction of the marketing that you do for the online business. In-person business can still be valuable. I think the reason that social media is also a powerful tool is that if people are just looking for stuff, they can randomly land on your stuff and find you. If they are just checking out your brand and wanting to make sure you're legitimate, it's a way to legitimatize your business. So there's a lot of benefits to it. If you want to sell wholesale, like it's a great way to connect with buyers. Like there are a lot of benefits to being on social media. But I will tell you, Quay Flom, who has a retail store, who is running a multiple six-figure business right now, is not very good at social media. And people have said to us, like, I don't believe that her business is a real business because she doesn't have a social media profile. And her website isn't like the kind of website that you say we should have. she has a retail store. They aren't like really focused as much as on online business, and that's fine. They don't have to be. And it's working for them. So this is what I'm saying. It's like, you really have to see what works for you. It's not a one size fits all thing. As far as the time management issue, that is just like, you're going to have to like cut it off. Go in 15 minutes before you post, engage with people, post, or like when you have your post scheduled, whatever you're doing, engage with people for a little bit after, and then leave, and then come back later. But schedule the time that you're looking at it. If you're wasting your time endlessly scrolling and not being productive, then you're wasting your time that you could be building your business. Anyone else? Chelsea, you do a lot of social, and everyone here does social. Any tips on that?
Yeah, I actually, exactly what you said. People know that I'm active on social media, but I'm not interacting very much on social media outside of my page. So I try not to follow very many people. I follow fellow makers. That's it. I follow people that I know I want to interact with and cheer on. And I really don't spend very much time on social media at all. Honestly, it's usually just when I'm going to the bathroom is when I respond to people. To be really honest, I do batch everything. I use a planning app, and I batch all my content for the month. And I even plan in like a holding image if I'm going to make a reel, and instead of it like auto posting, I'll just put like, make a reel about, and sometimes it'll just be a cow. Like, do you know what I mean? So if you can, and that only takes me probably like 1 hour on a Sunday every month. Like, it's not that time consuming if you will just batch it. And like Dawn's going to be teaching a whole thing on time blocking. That's basically how I do that. I have like a meeting with myself, like a meeting in my calendar to do my social for the month. But don't spend all your time. I mean, you can like interact and encourage other people, while you're on the loo, but otherwise you need to be doing something that's generating more money than you just sitting there scrolling or watching 8,000 TikTok videos.
I don't want anyone to get a visual of me, but honestly, that's where I come up with all the ideas for social media.
It's the quiet place.
Yeah. Thank you so much for listening to the show today. I hope you got value from that little slice of a question about social media. I do think it's really important. There's a lot of ways that you can use social media for your benefit in your business. And if you're someone who doesn't want to use it, it's not necessary, but you're going to have a really strong in-person game, really strong other marketing channels, or spend some money on ads to get traffic to your website if you're trying to grow a business online. Now, if you're wondering how to grow your business based on where you are in business, then I'd love to invite you to download our Jewelry Business Owner's Growth Guide. This is a guide that I created earlier this year that is designed to help you based on exactly where you are in business right now, from 0 sales and no outreach to all the way up to millions of dollars in sales. So I break it down into the 5 stages of growth from 0 to 3 million. And I'm going to share with you the things that you need to be thinking about and focused on in order to scale your company. So if you're interested in learning more about that, you can download it for free. Head on over to flourishthriveacademy.com/growth guide and download it while it's still available. Thanks so much for listening to the show today. This is Tracy Matthews signing off. Until next time.